Hi everybody! We asked, and keep it going. This doesn't work with you.
Good.
You walking away is not helping. Hey everybody! So anyways, we said we'd make some recipes for Thanksgiving, and sure enough, a lot of people wanted to make the stuffing that I talked about that has no grains. So Kim's gonna make stuffing two different ways today. One with grain-free cornbread we made, which is a corn-free cornbread. That's crazy. And the other is without it. Who knew? So we're gonna go to that as soon as the magic of editing that might happen happens. And there's Kim again.
Okay.
Hi everybody.
Do we want to?
So I'm gonna get real close here just so I can turn this off for a second, and then we'll be back. So we're back.
We're back. Okay, what we're doing, the recipe that we're using is actually a Primal Palate recipe, and we love their spices.
Yes.
And we've got all kinds of their spices. So this is a recipe I used last year, and it worked out really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by putting in some of the pre-chopped ingredients that I have already. So I'm going to head this way. You're going to follow me. Okay, and our skillet that's really, really hot.
Way too hot. Hotter than we should have.
Yeah, it's too hot. There's coconut oil in here, so I'm going to put our chopped green pepper.
It should not be sputtering like that.
Yeah, too hot. Celery.
So celery, green pepper.
And these are baby bell mushrooms that I actually put it through the food processor to get it like crazy thin so that it really will feel more like stuffing.
And believe me, this does not taste mushroomy at all.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So this is our first part, and we're going to let this cook up for a little bit, and then we're going to jump into the pork part of it.
All right, that's it for right now, until the magic brings us back.
Totally unrelated to the stuffing is this beautiful purple cauliflower. So we got this at the Swickley Farmers Market, and I've just been, waiting to actually have time to do something with it. So I'm just going to roast it in a skillet with coconut oil.
Nice.
That's it. So what I'm doing now is mixing, this is ground pork and a lot of seasoning. So what I did here, I actually took the magic bullet and I ground everything up really finely. So it looks like it's a ton, which in all honesty, I mean, we have a couple tablespoons of rosemary, thyme, sage, there's salt and pepper, fennel, paprika, cayenne, salt and pepper. So there's not a huge amount of stuff, but when you grind it down like this, it really does look like there's a lot here. So we're going to combine everything.
It looks like a super large amount.
It's probably going to be super tasty. And then onion, which I have kept covered because I cry anytime there's an onion around. So there's our onion, and here's fresh chopped garlic. And this is just going to get mixed together, and whenever our mushrooms and peppers and celery are cooked down, then we're going to throw this in there to combine all these yummy flavors until the pork is cooked. And that's pretty much it. And like Mike said, I'm going to use some of the cornbread muffins and I'm going to take half, or that we already made, I'm going to take half of that and incorporate it in the stuffing because I haven't tried that yet. And there's a lot of recipes where you just take muffins and chop them up and put them in there, so it's like the breadcrumbs. We've never done that before, so we'll see.
So this has been cooking down for, 10 minutes. And now Kim has our...
Now we're going to incorporate the pork and the spices and the onion and garlic. And I chopped everything really finely, so you might need a little bit longer to simmer before putting the pork in if you have bigger chunks. But we're going to just get all this in here. And it's going to cook until the pork is brown, basically. And then we're going to drain off any extra liquid. And I'm going to cut it in half and try half with the cornbread, and then the other half will just be the regular recipe.
There we have some cornbread that we made the other day, actually. Kim made the other day.
And we'll post the recipe because it's super tasty. And I have separated, so here's our stuffing. It's in two separate pans now. This part in the back is not going to have the cornbread, the front's going to have the cornbread. So we're going to see how this works. I'm not quite sure. So we'll pour it in here. It's like our breadcrumbs. And just let this soak up some of the liquid. I didn't actually drain it, so there wasn't that much liquid because a lot of it cooked off. And the pork that we used is good quality pork, so I'm fine using the fat. So that's in here, and that's going to suck up some of that fat, and we'll see if it works.
Yay! It looks good.
Smells good.
Looks really good. And we're back! So, Kim finished everything up. She plated everything nice and pretty. We're going to look at it really. Look at that. How pretty that. Oh, man, the purple
Cauliflower.
Purple cauliflower. Oh, man.
Chicken
and we got
drumsticks.
Drumsticks. And then we got gravy on the stove, too.
It's
So this
boiling.
stuff's really good. Yeah, the gravy's boiling. Go ahead and try some of that, Kim. The stuffing.
Right. So I'm excited
with the cornbread.
With the cornbread. I haven't had this before. And I actually haven't tried it yet, so let's see. It's pretty good.
And we didn't even put salt on it. We put salt in it.
Salt and butter?
The only recommendation we'd make is to chop the mushrooms larger because it gives some more substance to the stuffing. This is all really ground up and tiny.
Yeah, because I was being lazy, really, is what the truth of it is. I was being lazy, and I just wanted to do it on the food processor.
This purple cauliflower, though, is so good. I know it doesn't look that purple because it's so dark.
Yeah, it just looks black.
It's so good.
Eat the rainbow! Does anybody else notice how cute and fall-like we are in our flannels, too?
Flannels.
Yeah. So anyways, this is our first attempt at pre-Thanksgiving recipes for you all. So let us know if you have questions, and we will try to make a couple extra things for you, too.
And most likely posted somewhere will be the cornbread recipe and the stuffing recipe we'll have posted up for you. I think next we might do a video of crustless pumpkin pie. It's so good. So good. We got some in the fridge. I'll finish it tonight. That way we have a reason to make more.
We gotta make more.
Bye, everybody.